What is going on, guys? Riley here. Today we are going to go over the 8 things that I love about my 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. As I'm sure you could guess, there will be a follow-up to this video going over the things that I hate about this car. However, today we're going to focus on the things I love about it, the things that set this car apart from others. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Starting off here at number 1, I absolutely love just how overkill it is to have 707 horsepower, and just the fact that the Challenger looks different than any other car on the road. All of the car manufacturers coming out with new body styles for their 2018 and 2019 car designs, they're all like modern and futuristic and sleek, and the Challenger is none of those. The Challenger is just a big car with a lot of horsepower. It looks different because it looks old school, and for that reason it really sets itself apart from everything else on the road, and that is something I absolutely love about it. Dodge has managed to throw in a bunch of modern features in this car, however they still keep it true to its roots, and I love that. And as I said before, yes, this car is complete overkill. Nobody needs 707 horsepower, but it's so much fun. The number 2 thing I love about this car is the fact that the 0 to 60 timer resets itself every time you come to a complete stop. So here we are, we're going to accelerate, and it starts counting your 0 to 60. Now if we stop, it'll redo it, and I can just start again. I don't have to press any buttons, I don't have to go into the menu and hit settings and startup. The car automatically restarts every single timer within the performance pages, whether it's 0 to 60, quarter mile, eighth mile, whatever it may be. The car resets it every time. That is so nice, instead of having to go through the menu settings and set it up yourself. There were numerous times in my Camaro when I would forget to set up the timers, and that would really bug me, especially because it would only be able to do one timer at a time. So I could either do a 0 to 60 run, do a quarter mile run, but it wouldn't keep track of all of them in that same run. Whereas in this car, as I said, it resets it every time, as well as it keeps track of everything here on your navigation screen, so you can always go back and check what your best times were and see everything right here in one place. Coming in at number 3 doesn't so much have to do with this car in specific, but it's the Dodge community, which I absolutely love. The Dodge community tends to be a little bit different than the Ford and Chevy community. You have Ford and Chevy kind of bickering back and forth at each other, and then you have Dodge. It's almost like the stepchild who's just kind of off to the side doing their own little thing, and the community that revolves around Dodge is just fantastic. I have been able to learn so much about these cars just by being in different Facebook groups, people posting like, hey, I have this problem, has anybody else experienced it? And people will resolve issues. And yes, most cars are that way. Most cars have their own respected groups and forums and stuff. But just something about the Dodge community and the way that the car meets are hosted, at least in my area. It's like the Dodge community is just one big happy family, and that's something I really like about it. But it's definitely a nice feeling having that as a backup, and just having that for general questions, concerns, and stuff like that. It really is great. Coming in at number 4 are 2 things that pair together to make this car so fantastic, and that would be the 6.2 liter supercharged V8 and the wonderful 8-speed transmission. The shifts on this transmission are so brutally fast, and it's so much fun. It really is one of the best automatic transmissions on the market. And then you have a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 that, you know, there's nothing to complain about there. It is so much fun. Just the way these 2 units pair together, it's just total harmony, and oh, I love it. I mean, good. Good grief. It's just so much fun. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, yes, I'm on a pretty curvy back road for this review. Everybody says Challengers can't handle, but I'm doing just fine. And I'm having the time of my life. Sure, this car isn't a track car, but you can still go out and have a ton of fun with it on a back road. And supercharger. I freaking love this thing. Now, coming in at number 5, we're going to tone it down a notch, and we're going to talk about something that will probably surprise a lot of you. The number 5 thing I love about this car is the fact that you actually get decent gas mileage with a 707 horsepower car. Before making this video, I went back and looked at some fuel mileage test videos I made with my Scat Pack about a year ago. That Scat Pack, I'd get about 25 miles per gallon, and it had 485 horsepower. 25 miles per gallon highway, that is. Now, fast forward to this car, 707 horsepower, and I get 24 miles per gallon highway. That's one less than the Scat Pack. Now, yes, I realize that's not great gas mileage from a general perspective, but when you sit back and think about what this car is, it's awesome. What a time to be alive when you can have a car with over 700 horsepower and still get about the same gas mileage as any other sports car-ish thing in this category. Now, while on the topic of fuel economy, I also want to say I love the fuel economy screen layout here on the dash. So not only do you get to see your average fuel economy, you get to see what you're currently getting, your range, the temperature, the time, the speedometer, just everything is right here in one spot, which is nice. You don't have to go through a bunch of menus searching for, oh, hey, I wonder what the outside temperature is, or the speedometer. You can have everything all on the same screen, and that's much appreciated. Coming in at number 6 is going to be something much appreciated by an owner, and that is the fact that you're not really making any sacrifices with this car. It's still a practical daily driver, and you have plenty of interior space. The trunk in this thing is absolutely ginormous. The back seats can fold down if for whatever reason you need them to. The back seat is also usable to haul around humans, which is much appreciated for a two-door car. And obviously sitting here in the driver's seat, no complaints here as well. Super comfortable, super just controlled and docile when you want it to be. And realistically, this point probably means the most to me since this is my daily driver. There's really not any sacrifices you're making by owning this car, aside from having a kind of expensive car payment. Coming in at number 7 is something that once again doesn't necessarily apply to this car, but more Dodge stuff in general. The first part being that Dodge and SRT marketing is absolutely the best in the automotive industry. Just look at what Dodge did when they released the Demon, and look at their commercials that come on television. Everything about their marketing department and the new products just kind of screams out, America! And it's different than what Chevy and Ford are doing with their marketing teams. They're kind of like, oh, let's appeal to everybody. And Dodge is like, yeah, America, woo! And yeah, I know they're assembled in Canada, but whatever. But anyways, that's the first half of this point, and the second half of this point is just the fact that Dodge seriously does have the best paint options. And this one even more so now with the 2018 colors dropping. Now you have F8 green, indigo blue. Both of those are 2 brand new colors, and they are my 2 favorite colors. But then you also have, you know, just the B5 blue, the lime greens, the reds, the grays, blacks, whites. Every color looks good on these cars. And that's hard to do. So good on you, Dodge, for having a great marketing department and having great color schemes. Maybe I appreciate that one a little bit more since I'm a business marketing major, but oh well. And last but not least, coming in at number 8, we're gonna talk about just how well respected these cars are in person. Now I know everybody online likes to give these cars crap, saying, oh, they're heavy and blah, blah, blah. But in person, it seems to be a lot different than that. And I guess what I mean by that is just the amount of thumbs up that I get owning this car, the little kids that actually know what a Hellcat is and they'll stare and give me thumbs up. Like, it's really cool. Also, when you show up to a car meet and everyone's like, oh, cool, that's a Hellcat, and you can just have, you know, conversations, and it's just a cool feeling. I'm not saying go out and buy this car to boost your ego, but what I am saying is that this is a special car. It means a lot to me, and other people seem to enjoy it as well. That was kind of one downfall to the Camaro I had, is people would be like, hey, what car do you drive? And I'd say, well, I have a 2017 Camaro SS 1LE, and they would be like, what is that? Now with this car, I'm like, oh, I have a Hellcat, and they're like, oh, cool, a Hellcat, and that's like a term kind of known by everybody. I guess this kind of goes back to the Ford versus Chevy thing earlier. They're kind of doing their own thing, and then Dodge is over here doing whatever they do best, and that's, well, making really heavy cars go really fast. And that fact alone seems to get a majority approval by car enthusiasts, and even people that don't know anything about cars. Well, they're like, oh, cool, that's a Hellcat. But those are the 8 things that I love about this car. Now tune in a couple days where we'll go over the X amount of things I hate about this car, which, that one should be a good video. If you're a Hellcat owner, drop a comment below and let me know what are some things that you love about your Hellcat. Overall, this car really is fantastic. I enjoy it more and more every time I drive it, and I can't wait to share all the videos I have planned with you guys. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy. Also, real quick, just before the video ends, I just wanted to let you guys know that RP Productions T-shirts will not be available for much longer on BecauseRaceCarStore.com. Sean and I have been working on more designs, so this original design will not be available for much longer. So if you'd like to grab one of the official original designs, then it will be available for a few more weeks. But as always, the link will be down below in the description, and we will have more RP Productions designs and T-shirts coming soon. Thing number 647 I love about my Challenger is that it's faster than your Mustang. Oh.